I'm going to talk with you for a few minutes on getting over regret, and I'm going to do it in a humorous way because usually people carry regret very heavily in their mind and in their heart. Well, let me tell you the story of the trip. I had not really planned on taking a trip this time of year, and yet I found myself packing rather hurriedly. The trip I knew was going to be unpleasant, and I knew in advance that no real good would come of it. I'm talking about my annual guilt trip. I got tickets to fly there on Wish I Had Airlines. It was an extremely long flight. I kept my baggage, which I could not check. I chose to carry it myself all the way. It was weighted down with 1,000 memories of what might have been. No one greeted me as I entered the terminal to the Regret City International Airport. I say international because people from all over the world were coming to this dismal town. As I checked into the Last Resort Hotel, I noticed that they would be hosting the year's most important social event, the annual pity party. I wasn't going to miss this great occasion. Many of the town's leading citizens were going to be there. First, I met 3 members of the Dunn family. Should have done, would have done, and could have done. Then I met the I Had family. Old Wish and his clan. Opportunities present, missed, and last were there too. The biggest family would be Yesterday's. There were too many of them to count, but each one would have their own sad story to tell. Then Shattered Dreams family would make their appearance, and It's Their Fault family would regale us with stories, excuses about how things had failed in their lives. And each story was loudly applauded by "Don't blame me" or "I couldn't help it." Well, to make a long story short, I went to this depressing party knowing that there would be no real benefit in doing so, and as usual, I became very depressed. But as I thought about all the stories of failures brought back from the past, it brought me back from the past, and it occurred that this trip and the pity parties could be canceled by me. Knowing this, I decided I would leave once and for all the city of regret and leave no forwarding address. Am I sorry for the mistakes that I've made in the past? Yes, I am. But there is no physical way that I can undo them. So, my friend, if you're planning a trip to the city of regret, I ask you to cancel your reservations right now. Instead, move to a new location in consciousness. Make a trip to a place called Starting Over Again. Once again, you will be taken up in the new residents that you will meet there. You will be surrounded in a vortex, but this time of positivity. Your neighbors, I Forgive Myself, the new startups, and the wonderful people with smiles on their face. They're going to be very helpful. And oh, by the way, you don't have to carry around your own heavy luggage, because the load is lifted from your shoulders upon arrival by God. But you have to work with God. You have free will. You can, if you choose, carry your regret all of your days, or you can, if you choose, allow God to lift the burden from your shoulders. You will now live on a new street. It is the I Can Do It street. And it will be a wonderful time of loving, a wonderful time of enjoying life again. God bless you as you give up, once and for all, regret.